Just loose show format, guys. Basically, what we're gonna do is bullshit about. If Rob's watched wrestling, we'll talk about wrestling. If he hasn't, we'll talk about something else. But we'll always touch about a wrestling subject. We always have one encompassing topic that kind of circles through everything. But Rob does have some wrestling to talk about this week because he was pretty busy. He was pretty busy. You were on SmackDown starting off, announcing the draft, and then on Raw. Rob, how about you talk to us about that experience a little bit? How was that for you?
Yeah, well, I saw you right smack in the middle in between on the other side of the country. So it was actually even busier than that. Really busy month. I think I had like 6 trips and one personal on top of all that. And, I booked myself. So that's what I did. I knew it was going to be really busy, but I just got home last night from this big run, the latest being SmackDown on Tuesday. So got back yesterday, and now I'm in chill mode. I'm happy to be home. Still got a lot of stuff going on. It's just that I don't have a trip for a few weeks. So a lot of the stuff is home related or business that I can handle from home. So yeah, it was cool, dude, being back at WWE. All because of this guy, right?
All because of that fella right there.
Got a lot of respect. I got a lot of the current wrestlers come up and tell me how much I inspired them, and that goes a long way. That means a lot when it comes straight from them, because some of the guys you just don't know. I've had some guys that I just was like, man, that guy's kind of like a dick. Like he never says anything, and acts like he's just stuck to himself. And then we end up working or something, and the guy will be like, hey, just so you know, man, this is a dream match for me, or something like that, or this is bucket list, man. This is great. It's an honor. And I'm like, really? Because you act like a dick. You never know. You never know what anyone else is thinking, what anyone else is going through. But had a good weekend, had a good month. But it was cool being at SmackDown and at Raw. It was cool as well. A little bit looser, which is usually it's the other way around. SmackDown usually seems a little less tense. This time kind of seemed like the other way around, but maybe that's because it was day 2 for me. But also different round of some of the boys, the legends. I was kind of grouped with Teddy Long and Eric Bischoff. Yeah, and Bradshaw. And so, we were carpooled together and dressing room and stuff like that. But in between that, got to say hi to a lot of people and meet a lot of new people, say hi to some of my friends,
Well, who stood out to you, like, first impression wise, like just from a personality standpoint? Who was like, kind of like, oh, I could definitely roll with this person or ride with this person at some point, if you're on the road again?
Yeah, almost everybody, they seemed really, really appreciative, and if you saw the pre-tape, the walk that we did when I had the card.
Yep.
Those 2 dudes, the Boog, big.
Oh, Rick Boog. Yeah, Rick Boog.
Yes, yep. Those him and his partner, they were super cool, and the guy, I can't remember his name, but the guy he has like short blonde hair, like a military cut, and has like a psycho look in his eyes.
Oh, Dexter Loomis.
Thank you. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Dexter Loomis.
Sam
for
a while, and they were really cool, and all the LWO guys, they were all like real, and I didn't even realize that one of them was Xeon, not Eon.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm a Xeon. Is that it, or something like that? Zema Ion. That's it.
Yeah. So I worked with him a lot in Impact, a long time ago. So that was cool. But cool to see Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
And, didn't see Vince. Saw Triple H. He's the boss there now, and he was cool. You know, one thing that sticks out is I saw Brock for a minute. He was leaving, you know, when it was kind of crossing paths, and hey Brock, you know, and said hi to him, and man, he's bigger than I remember. He looked like a giant.
Yeah.
Maybe he had cowboy boots on, you know, thinking about it right now. But man, he just looked like reminded me of maybe like of the Bigfoot action figure that I used to have to go with my $6 million man. That was a long time. You got to be in my age group to remember those. But
Well, I remember seeing those, the Steve Austin ones, and
yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah, and then the Bigfoot was so much bigger, and dude, and he's just so big and jacked. I've always been a fan of his because look at him, and he's so credible and so athletic. But that really stuck out in my mind. Like, dude, I've always said, you know, he fits the part. He's good for the business. So
Absolutely, like, in the like, his mentality of that and just kinda not giving any fucks. It's like, you like that outlaw mentality that he has. Now, was he wearing, like, the duster kinda thing? And I know he was kinda going that, like, because to your point, I think he was probably wearing cowboy boots.
probably so. Yeah, I think he probably had a hat on, and you know, it was quick and dark, and I'm not one to notice fashion, so that's
Sure.
about as far as I can go to describe it.
As description-wise.
Dude was big though. But
Yeah.
it was good seeing everybody though. It was, you know, and um, everybody, Matt Riddle and Kevin Owens was the first one to say, "Dude, the people are gonna be pissed that you're not drafting yourself." And
Yeah.
I heard that several times afterwards.
Well,
Yeah,
geez, I gotta say, I mean, from the crowd pop, holy shit, on both nights too.
yeah,
It was, you had to pause for both of those times. The crowd was into you, man.
yeah. And on the first night, the ladies like, "Come on, come on, come on!" But yeah, got to make time for that connection, and it was cool. It was cool, and then I expect that. I'm not surprised. You know, some people will say whether it's in a text message to me, you know, or they're just talking, you know, they'll say like you know, the people you know, the people still remember you, and I'll be like, was that a question? Like, dude,
Yeah, well, it's I just think it's pretty cool because it just shows like the longevity and the kind of just the run that you've had in a lot of ways, and more so that you're like, yeah, what's kind of your plans coming up here? Like, do you kind of are you just kind of seeing where life kind of goes? Because I mean, obviously you're in great shape. I saw you work in Pittsburgh here, and it's you haven't missed a beat and everything like that. What's kind of the name of the episode here is the Van Dam address. So, what is the state of RVD at this moment in time?
Nevada at this.
Yo,
Yeah, yeah. But recently, Texas and Pennsylvania,
Pennsylvania.
and Illinois and Indiana and California and Georgia and Tennessee and maybe that's it for this month. Not counting, you can't count passing through changing airplanes and stuff. Although that's my only experience with Russia. But I did spend the night at the airport, so maybe that makes it count.
I think that counts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I went through on the way back, and I got to know the place, so it was like this is my stop in Russia. But
There you
anyway, yeah. So if it sounds confusing to anybody, on SmackDown on Friday, we were in Corpus Christi, and WWE knew that I had a match that I was already booked against the stunning Channing Decker.
That's right.
Canada's greatest in Ross Draver in Pennsylvania. So that was, yeah, I can hear it in my voice. You know, I'm still recovering from a lot of travel, and I started a little on the tired side, so it wasn't a good trip to catch up on rest. But like I said, it was one of those months, nothing at all like being with WWE and being nonstop 5 different towns every single week and then going home, like nothing at all like that. Just you know, really busy and really good, really productive. So on Saturday, I went and had a match, and you rode down from the airport with me.
Yep.
And, yep, and our friend YouTube Chris.
Chris, yeah.
Yeah, and we
Cool
talked
dude.
about some plans.
Yep.
Yeah. So that was cool. Had the match, and then the next morning flew back to Dallas, Fort Worth for Monday Night Raw. And then Tuesday flew to Nevada, where I am currently residing. But so it was real easy because there wasn't a lot to do. I would have liked to have done more, of course. That would have been cool. I'd like to have done a run in and frog splash somebody, but that's cool.
Hell yeah.